Sir Grapes, big man, welcome back to Fog Wrestling, and that is exactly what Carmella is suffering from. Welcome back to the channel, baby. Alright, now she did an interview, alright? Now, apparently it's with the barely famous podcast. How convenient. How convenient. Now, last month it was reported that Carmella's contract with WWE had expired, and this is what she had to say. But before we get to that, Carmella's just never was pretty much the same character, heel or face, right? And you know what? You could probably release about 200 people before you could release Carmella, but she'd probably need it to go. You know what I mean? And her pregnancy, well, you know what? As we'll get into, loads of people have get pregnant or, stepped down for numerous reasons and come back. Obviously, just know that keen on you. She's getting old. I mean, I believe Carmella must be what? She must be near 40. Must be near 40. Anyway, and I quote, "It is because I'm a woman. Is it because I had a baby? It just feels like a shitty way to end a 12-year career with the company. That is how it ended. Corey still has a job. We had a kid and he has a job, but I don't. I mean, I guess, fast forward until a few weeks ago, then I got a call saying my contract was up in 10 days. Everyone just ghost it. Ghost it. Completely ghost it. What if this is the end of my career? What am I doing with my life? What do I have to offer? Why wasn't I given an opportunity somewhere else? I feel like I'm being punished because I had a baby. Why would you want to be somewhere that doesn't want you? I wish more for women in general, and moms, and especially athletes. I feel like you shouldn't have to choose one. Why can't you have both?" End of quote. Yo, Alexa Bliss went and had a baby, but you can clearly see with Alexa Bliss, there's something to do with her coming back. Wrestling is Becky Lynch had a baby and came back. There'll be more, there'll be others. It's also, I mean, let's be honest, wrestling for the most part is like a young woman's game, and it should be a young man's game as well, but for whatever reason, the average age of a wrestler feels about 40, 45 these days. Carmella's just not that interesting. You know what I mean? And we don't know what was going on. Maybe she wasn't reaching out like, I'm ready to come back now. She gave birth to the baby in, November 2023. So, if McMahon was still in charge, he'd be getting absolute pelters for this. But see, because it's Triple H, there's nothing really to sweep under the carpet, but, people will not hate on this anywhere near as much as they would have if it was Vince McMahon who released her. Now, she was asked about her future, and she said, and I quote, "What's next for Leah? For so long, it's like, Carmella." It's like, no, I can now fully be Leah and do what I want. I don't know what that is. But like I say, we don't know anything, right, about any communication. Maybe she was never in communication with WWE and they went, well, she mustn't be interested. You know what I mean? I don't know. Maybe they asked Corey Graves and he was like, well, I don't know, she's not that interested. Just wants to be a stay-at-home mom. You know what I mean? And she asked, like, well, why is Corey Graves still in a job? He's fucking lucky he's still in a job. He should be fired, man. The amount of bitching and complaining that he did. Oh, but it's a work, it's a story, it's a work. Aye, some story. Well, here's the story. It's fucking sour grapes for Carmella, man. I was going to say, honestly, loads of people get released. And here she is trying to blame her gender and the fact that she had a kid. Yo, I'd be fairly... obviously being pregnant, right? It rules you out for a decent period of time. But I am convinced even if Carmella picked up an injury, right? An injury of the same degree, she still would have been released. She gave birth in November 2023. That's like 16, 17 months ago. There is no reason why she hasn't been back yet. I'm going to guess that that's mainly down to her. Mainly down to her. Maybe not putting the effort in. Making phone calls, doing this, doing that. As much as I don't like Triple H's booking of WWE and we hate it on this channel, this isn't Triple H's fault. I just think 2025 wrestling's passed her by. What was she doing before she got pregnant? I couldn't even tell you the last thing that Carmella did that was fucking relevant. There's a lot of people like that in the company. You know what I mean? Maybe like the likes of Natalia, etc. Maybe all of them should go and think about having kids because you're doing fucking nothing on screen anyway. Move on with your life, have kids, move on, bang bang, good night. Leave your thoughts down below, and peace.